Have you ever felt empty even when you had everything? Have you achieved what you wanted so badly, only to realize the happiness lasted less than a breath? You're not alone. And there's a book in the Bible that talks exactly about this, in a way that will dismantle you from the inside. I'm from Glorify Forever, and today we're going to talk about Ecclesiastes. But we're not just going to read beautiful verses. We're going to enter the depths of the human soul. We're going to look at the most honest mirror that exists in Scripture. Brace yourself, because Solomon didn't come here to make you feel good. He came to break you first. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. These words have echoed for millennia. And you know why? Because they're true. Painfully true. Solomon had everything. Wealth, more than you and I could ever imagine. Wisdom, he was known throughout the ancient world. Pleasure, he denied himself nothing. Grand projects, he built palaces, gardens, water systems that were engineering marvels. He had power, women, wine, music, art, everything the human heart could desire. And you know what he discovered in the end? That all of it was like trying to catch the wind. Today, what are you chasing? A better position? More followers? That perfect relationship? That perfect body? Your own house? The new car? And I'm not saying these things are bad. They're not. But what happens when you get them? What happens when the goal is reached? Have you noticed that the happiness the achievement gave you lasted only a few days? Maybe hours? And soon, you were already looking for the next thing to fill that void that came back? Solomon knew this. He tested everything. He pursued wisdom and discovered that the more you know, the more you suffer, because you see the chaos of the world more clearly. He pursued pleasure and discovered that pleasure enslaves you and leaves you emptier than before. He built empires and saw that even the greatest legacies turn to dust. And then he said that phrase no one wants to hear: all is vanity and chasing after the wind. But wait, before you close this video thinking it's just negativity, I need to tell you something. This brutal diagnosis from Solomon isn't the end. It's the beginning, because you can only be healed when you accept that you're sick. If you want to stop living on this hamster wheel, chasing things that will never truly satisfy you, then drop a like right now. Show that you're ready to hear the truth that sets free, not the lies that imprison. You know what our problem is? We think the meaning of life is in accumulating. Accumulating experiences, achievements, likes, approval, money, status. We live as if we were eternal, but act as if death doesn't exist. Solomon looks at this and says, "You're playing at living." He observes that the wise and the fool have the same end. Both die. Both are forgotten. The worker who toils their entire life and the lazy one who does nothing, time consumes them both. The rich and the poor, the grave makes no distinction. And this makes you uncomfortable, doesn't it? It should. Because we spend our entire lives building sandcastles, pretending the tide will never rise. But Solomon isn't being pessimistic. He's being real. He's tearing down your illusions because they're killing you inside. He's saying, wake up. Stop living to impress people who don't even really care about you. Stop thinking that promotion will complete you. Stop seeking meaning where meaning doesn't exist. Do you know how many people live their entire lives chasing goals that society imposed on them? How many people are exhausted trying to be someone they never wanted to be? How many are smiling in photos but crying alone at night? Ecclesiastes is like a punch in the stomach followed by a tight embrace. It throws you to the ground. But it's to teach you to get up the right way. Solomon observes the injustice of the world. He sees the oppressed without comfort. He sees the honest worker struggling while the corrupt prosper. He sees false friendships, self-interested loves, betrayals, lies. And he doesn't romanticize any of it. He doesn't give you a cheap motivational phrase. He says, yeah, the world is broken indeed. And maybe you're feeling this right now. Maybe you worked hard and didn't receive recognition. Maybe you loved someone who used you. Maybe you gave your best and still were ignored, discarded, forgotten. Solomon understands you. But there's something bigger here. Something many people don't realize when reading Ecclesiastes. This book isn't a nihilistic manifesto. It's not a declaration that life has no meaning. It's exactly the opposite. Solomon is saying, if you seek meaning in the wrong things, you'll live frustrated forever. But if you seek where it really matters, then everything changes. Look at what he says in the middle of the book. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for this is the end of all mankind, and the living will lay it to heart. You know what this means? That confronting the reality of death, of fragility, of impermanence, this teaches you to live better than any party. Because at the party you forget, in mourning you remember, and remembering makes you value what really matters. We live in a culture that runs from pain, that avoids discomfort. That makes up reality. That sells you impossible dreams and makes you feel like a failure when you can't reach them. But Solomon arrives and says, enough. Let's look at things as they really are. And this, my friend, this is liberating. Because when you stop living to meet unrealistic expectations, when you stop comparing your life with the edited lives of others, when you accept that life is short, fragile, and unpredictable, you finally start to truly live. Solomon invites you to enjoy simple things. Eat your bread with joy. Drink your wine with a content heart. Enjoy the work of your hands. Love the person by your side. Live each day as a gift, not as a race. Because in the end, it's not about how much you accumulated, it's about how you lived. It's not about how many people follow you. It's about how many people you truly loved. It's not about the size of your house. It's about the size of your heart. It's not about how many years you lived. It's about how much life you put into those years. Now, let's get to the point that changes everything. Because up until now, Solomon broke you. He shattered your illusions, your masks, your false securities, but he doesn't leave you on the ground. He extends his hand and points to the only real way out. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. There it is, the center, the axis, the answer to all the frustration, all the emptiness, all the meaningless search. You weren't created to live without purpose. You were created for something much greater than this superficial existence that society offers you. But this purpose isn't in you. It's not in your achievements. It's not in what you can build with your own hands. It's in God. And maybe this sounds too religious for you. Maybe you even believe in God, but you've never really understood what it means to fear Him. So let me explain. Fearing God isn't being afraid of Him as if He were a cosmic tyrant waiting to punish you. No. Fearing God is recognizing who He is and who you are, and it's understanding that He is infinite and you are finite. He is eternal and you are temporal. He is the creator and you are the creature. It's humility. It's reverence. It's knowing that you're not the center of the universe and feeling relief with that. Because when you finally take this absurd weight off your shoulders, when you stop trying to be God of your own life, when you surrender control to the one who really knows what He's doing, something changes inside you. The pressure decreases. Anxiety loses strength. Despair gives way to peace. Solomon spent his entire life seeking meaning under the sun. He tried everything, and he discovered that nothing down here fills the void, because the void was created to be filled by something that isn't from here. It was created to be filled by God. Have you tried to fill this void with relationships? It didn't work, did it? You loved someone with everything you had, and still felt something was missing. Or maybe the person disappointed you, or left, or changed. And you realized that even the purest human love is imperfect. Have you tried to fill it with work, with achievements, with recognition? And the day after the big victory, you woke up and thought, is this all? Have you tried to fill it with pleasures, with distractions, with infinite entertainment, and you realized that the more you consume, the emptier you become? It's because none of this was made to be your foundation. These things are blessings, yes. They're gifts from God for you to enjoy. But the moment you try to transform them into gods, they destroy you. Solomon learned this the hard way, and he's giving you a shortcut. He's telling you, don't make my mistake. Don't spend your entire life chasing the wind. Seek first what really matters. And what matters? Knowing God, walking with Him, living according to His wisdom, not according to the madness of this world. Understanding that you were created for something eternal, not just for this passing life. This changes everything. Because when you have God as your foundation, life's storms don't destroy you. Disappointments don't break you completely. Losses don't annihilate you. Because you know there's something greater. Something that time can't take away. Something that death can't destroy. Solomon saw generations come and go. He saw kingdoms rise and fall. He saw fortunes made and lost. He saw everything change, constantly, without stopping. And in the middle of this chaos, he found an anchor. God doesn't change. You live in a world that changes all the time. Trends change, opinions change, people change, you yourself change. And this is terrifying when you have nothing solid to hold on to. But God remains, yesterday, today, and forever. And when you build your life on this rock, nothing can completely shake you. Now, let's be practical. How does this work day to day? It means you stop living to please everyone, because you know that the opinion that matters is God's, not the crowd's. And this frees you from an invisible prison that enslaves billions of people. It means you stop measuring your worth by your performance, because your worth comes from who created you, not from what you produce. And this frees you from the constant anxiety of never being enough. It means you face death without fear, because you know this life isn't all that exists. There's something beyond. Something infinitely greater, and whoever fears God doesn't need to fear the end. It means you can enjoy simple things without guilt, because you're no longer trying to find meaning in them. You just receive them as gifts from a loving Father. It means you can work hard without being devoured by work, because you know your identity isn't in your position, but in being God's child. It means you can love people without expecting them to complete you, because only God completes. People just compliment. Solomon was at the end of his life when he wrote Ecclesiastes. He had made terrible mistakes. He had drifted away from God. He had sought satisfaction in the wrong places. And he paid dearly for it. But even so, he came back. He recognized the truth. And he left this book as a warning and as an invitation. The warning is, don't waste your life. The invitation is, come back home, come back to God, because He waits for you with open arms, no matter how lost you've been. Maybe you're watching this and your life is in pieces. Maybe you've tried everything and nothing worked. Maybe you're exhausted from carrying the weight of trying to control everything. Maybe you're at rock bottom, without strength, without hope. Listen carefully. Ecclesiastes was written for you, to show you that you're not alone in this pain, that even the wisest and richest man in history went through this, and that there's a way out. The way out isn't pretending everything's fine. It's not repeating empty positive mantras. It's not distracting yourself until you forget. The way out is looking at the truth head on, as painful as it may be, and then turning your eyes to God. Because He's the only one who can take the broken pieces of your life and make something beautiful. He's the only one who transforms ashes into beauty, mourning into joy, despair into hope. But you need to let Him do this. You need to let go of control. You need to stop thinking you can fix everything alone. Fearing God is this. It's trusting that He knows what He's doing even when you don't understand. It's obeying even when it seems illogical. It's resting even when everything inside you screams for you to run and do something. And when you do this, something supernatural happens. The peace that surpasses all understanding, as Paul said, fills your heart. You can't explain it. You still have problems, but you have peace. You still face challenges, but you have hope. Because you know you're not alone. You know there's a God who loves you, who has a plan, who's in control of everything. And this, my friend, this changes everything. So now I extend an invitation to you. If this video touched your heart, if you felt God was speaking to you through these words, don't ignore it. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell. But more important than all that, make a decision today. Decide that you won't live chasing the wind anymore. Decide that you'll seek what really matters. Decide that you'll fear God and walk in His ways. It won't be easy. The world will call you crazy. Your own flesh will resist. The enemy will try to convince you it's better to go back to the emptiness from before. But don't go back. Don't give up. Because in the end, only one thing remains: what you did with God. Everything else? Vanity, wind, smoke. But what's built in God? That's eternal. Solomon broke you to heal you. He destroyed your illusions to give you the truth. And the truth is that you were created for something infinitely greater than this superficial existence you're living. You were created for glory, for eternity, to reflect God's image in this broken world. And when you understand this, when you embrace this, you finally start to live. So stand up, shake off the dust, and walk with God. Because this is the only journey worth taking. Glorify forever, because only He deserves it, and only He satisfies. Until the next video, may God bless you and keep you, and may you never be the same after understanding Ecclesiastes.